Last year, me and my dad built this 1-acre pond, and a couple months ago, it finally filled up with enough water to stock 3,500 fish in it. We put everything from minnows to bluegill, catfish, and even bass. And it being 2 months later, our objective is simple. We're going fishing in it for the first time to see if we can get an update on how big the fish have grown. And today, we're not actually alone because we're out here with Jackson, because I'm bored. He's bored, you're bored, but today we're going fishing, so it's okay. All right, we've really got 3 objectives. The first one, we have to get underwater footage of the fish. And I've actually put out a fish feeder, which I've not actually showed you guys yet, so we also got to take a look at that. Also, objective number 2, we actually have to catch the fish and handle them, because we need to get some measurements on them. We know that whenever we stocked them, the bluegill were about like that, the catfish were a little bit like that, the bass were like that. We don't really know how big they are right now, because we've never actually caught them. We're going fishing for the first time in the pond. And then objective number 3, we're going to catch the biggest bluegill we can, and we're going to cook it, because we got to make sure it tastes good. What do you think?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But we do got to get a few things first. Fishing poles are over there. We need a basket. We're going to be cooking the biggest fish that we catch, and until we know he's the biggest fish, we're going to need a way to make sure we keep him. I think this will actually do it, and just half the basket should be okay. For my plan, at least. Let's see, so we got that. That'll keep the fish alive. Right over here, I've already got the cooking utensils packed. But even before I talk about the cooking utensils, we have the cleaning utensils. It's KG pocket knife. I can pretty much do everything with this. Let's see, I got a pan. It's nice. I got this. It's unlabeled.
Oil.
Yes. And then hold this real quick. But we're not only going to be cooking the fish. We're going to be cooking the fish on the pond. So here's what we got. We have my $12 Amazon survival cooking kit. So we got a few pans. I don't know how good they are, but we really got some propane or something like that, butane, and that's how we're going to cook them. So I think it could be pretty cool, especially if we do it right. Also, the thing about it, we got to get down to the pond before 8 o'clock because that's when the feeder goes off. We also got to rig up, Bro, what's the train doing? Stop, bro. All right, I'll tell you later. We're going on.
Why did my husband been calling?
I don't know. I think he knows we're filming or something.
Yeah.
As I was trying to say, to get the underwater footage, we're going to be taking the GoPro and putting it on a big stick so we can actually stick it underwater. But what I'm also saying is that we don't have much time before 8 o'clock, so we got to get moving now. Jackson actually brought his own bait. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
I went digging at
Oh, is that your secret spot?
yeah,
Well, not anymore.
and there's some green worms.
See, we got green worms. These are kind of the worms. You'll see them a little bit later. Those are the worms that you got to go down to the river and dig them out, and they stink real bad. But it might just be our secret to catching these catfish. Let's see, we got the cooking stuff. I got a basket. Let's see, he's got a half-eaten burrito right here. I have a GoPro.
We need fishing.
I need fishing poles. I think that's it. Fishing poles, then we're out of here. Let's see if I got enough fishing poles. All right, so before we get too deep into what we're using, I just want to show y'all my fishing shelf, okay? It's a little shelf with all the fishing poles on it. Oh, here's another fishing shelf. It's got all my fishing stuff on it because it's my fishing shelf. I wanted a place to just put random baits, so I hooked up a chain so I can just hook up random baits. What do you think? Everybody go down in the comments and say, good job, good fishing shelf, KG. It looks good. Please.
Do it.
Yeah. As for the fishing pole, we'll probably just use this one. If you remember way back in a video or two ago, I had a broken rod tip. Your boy KG, he fixed it. I got a new rod tip, super glued it in there, so we should be good. I think we're gonna go weightless hook and just put like a little something. Maybe we'll go weighted, I don't know. We'll grab this Hog Supplies because it's got what we need to make accurate measurements. Oh yeah, and here's bread. We can just use bread. Bread should work really good. What do you think we're going to catch? Because you saw the video where we stocked it, so what do you think we're actually going to catch? Because the pond's never been fished ever before.
I say everything be interested in it.
So maybe everything?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say, I don't know, maybe. I hope everything's hungry. No guarantees, though. I don't know. I mean, we've not got to see the fish a ton. We've seen bluegill on the edge. Me and Jackson actually seen a bunch of bluegill the other day. Tell us about that real quick.
We were just feeding them with some mealworms.
Yeah.
And we just saw a nest of bunch of bluegill.
So we know there's actually at least one bluegill At least one that's the size of an iPhone Plus. That's who we're hoping to get. I'm having a hard time, dude. This is hard. Tying a knot's hard.
Flashlight.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to start getting glasses like you, I guess. I'm tying on just a tiny jig head. It's like 1/64th ounce or something. But this should be light enough to where they can still watch it fall. And I think that's what's gonna be nice, because pretty much at this point, we've had the feeder there for about 2 weeks. Our best might be just to put a tiny piece of bread on there and toss it out and hope that they think it's a piece of bread. Or, dude, I can't even talk this morning. It's too early. It's like 7. And that hook, although it's small, should be good enough to catch everything in the pond. Because small hooks catch big fish too. Bread, got the hog supplies, and then we're bringing my Scooby-Doo tackle box because this has got a little bit of everything, and I think it should be enough. All right, I think we got everything. We got the tackle box, fishing pole, the hog supplies, bread. What are you thinking? I mean, we got the green worms, which I do think is going to be pretty big, especially to have a chance at the catfish. Yeah. But we've still got to do a couple more things. We've still got to get to the pond. We've still got to cut down a big stick to strap the GoPro to. Good thing is, down at the pond, we actually have some cane poles. So we're going to be cutting one of those. All right.
The important thing is ourselves.
What about ourselves?
That's the most important thing to catch the fish.
That's true. We're here. If we didn't have hands, if we didn't have hands, it'd be bad.
Yeah, because we couldn't reel in the
Yeah.
fish.
So luckily, we're not amputees. We could become amputees before we get there. That is definitely a possibility. What you got there?
Burrito. He got to McGriddle.
It's currently right there, and it's currently been untouched. We got places to be right now because the feeder goes off at 8 o'clock, and I really want to get the GoPro in the water before that feeder goes off. I think if we get there in time, I might just go turn the feeder off and then just turn it back on whenever we're actually ready. I guess something else to be thinking about. Whenever we stock the bluegill, they're about 2 inches big. Whenever we stock the catfish, they're about 3 inches big. How big do you think they are now, 2 months later? What's your predictions?
Probably about 10 inches.
For which ones?
The catfish.
Okay, 10 inches. That's probably pretty good. What's your predictions for the bluegill?
Bluegill, I'll say about 5-6 inches.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
But we saw one that big already.
Yeah.
So.
They might be bigger.
My prediction, if we see a catfish, if we get to see a catfish, I'm going to guess that they're 8 inches. So a little bit shorter than yours. But the bluegill, I'm going to say the average is 4 inches. But I think we can pull one out that's 5. And that'll be the one we eat, if we can get him. And Jackson's actually never had bluegill before. So that's another reason why we're eating this fish. He's actually never eaten bluegill, which is a problem. A problem we're going to fix. You can say whatever's on your heart. Yeah, give him an update. What we doing?
We're driving to the pond.
It's a good update. That's about as accurate as it could get.
And there's woods all beside of us.
That was another accurate statement. Jackson is 2 for 2 right now. All right, guys, we're going to do a little bit more driving, and then we'll catch you when we get there, hopefully. If we do. Should we do a driving time lapse?
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys, we have officially arrived at the farm where the pond is at. Good news and bad news. Good news, we're here in plenty enough time to actually turn the feeder off. Bad news, we don't have the GoPro stick built yet. But the good news is that once we turn off the feeder, we pretty much have unlimited time. So it's actually not bad news at all. What are your predictions, Jackson? You think it accidentally drained overnight? That'd be bad.
No.
All right, good. Me too. It is low a little bit. This is the pond. It is low a little bit. But the good news is the water's still here. And that should only make the fishing easier. The water should be pretty clear, and I believe it is. Shouldn't make a difference. It's only a few feet. It's only like a foot of water. It's just where it's been so dry, it's not rained, and it's been super hot. We have lost a little bit of water. But if you look up on the bank, it's only a little bit of water. Either way, I think we're okay. Look at all those beds. Those are the beds that we've seen. Those are all bluegill beds, and there goes some bluegill right there.
I think we should throw them. Oh, look at all of them right there.
Yeah, look at all of them. Yeah, there's a lot of fish.
There's a bass right there.
No, where?
Right here.
Oh, there it is. That's the bass right there. Dude, he's gotten big. We might be able to catch him. I don't know.
If we throw it right there, we might be able to catch it.
The water's clear, which is really good too. There he goes. There goes the bass.
He's chasing after bluegill.
I think he's actually up here after those little fish, the little minnows.
He's hungry.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, hey, we'll flip a worm to him. We'll see if he wants to eat. Oh, there's a bunch of bluegill. Oh, there's a bunch of bluegill.
Look at that. That's a catfish.
Where?
I just saw
Oh,
one.
there it is. Is that a catfish?
That might be a bass or a catfish.
Look at all the bluegill. It's crazy because they're coming up to us. They're not afraid yet. Oh, okay, they're afraid a little bit.
Whenever we walked up.
Dude, still though, look how many. I mean, that is a bass right there.
That's a big old bass.
All right, so the thing about it, we can see the fish. We can get a rough estimate as to how big they are, but we got to get a measurement. All right, before it's too late, hold this real quick. Let's go turn off this feeder. First, we got to turn it off. Then we actually got to tell y'all about it. Like, it's almost feeding time. There's literally fish sitting here waiting. But I'm going to unplug it that way. Oh, don't die.
All right.
Look right there in the water. There's literally fish right there waiting on the feeder to go off. But I'm going to unplug it.
There's a big old bluegill. Look, this whole school is coming over here.
I think that's a catfish, too.
That is.
All right, I have officially unplugged the feeder. Now we can take our time a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Dude, you put up a feeder on a pond and the whole place goes crazy. I like this. This is good. I can get used to this. Look at the minnows too. The minnows are something to be thinking about. The minnows, that's what's really feeding the pond right now, because the baby bass that are like 6 inches long, they can't eat a bluegill that big, but they can definitely eat these minnows. And there is a ton of them. Those are, you remember the minnows that we stocked? How they were like an inch long?
Yeah.
Well, this is all their babies and stuff. And that's what's feeding the pond. And like, it's cool because the minnows eat all the leftover food too. So it's really cool.
Where's the big minnows?
Dude, this is crazy.
There's 2 bluegill that big right there.
We're literally about to start a feeding frenzy. We can catch any fish we want.
2 bass are coming up right here.
Oh, look at them, look at them. That's 2 bass.
Yeah.
Those are definitely catchable. I say we try to catch one of every species. What if we try to do that?
Yeah.
Do you think we can? I would say we can.
Yeah. They're coming up at the top of the water.
They're not even scared. I think we try to catch one of every species and get measurements on all of them, just as an update. But before we do that, let me show you guys the feeder, and then we gotta go build our GoPro stick so that we can get the feeding frenzy on camera. So it's super simple. It's like pretty redneck too. For the stand, I just got this jabbed in these rocks, so not too complicated there. This is a Moultrie feeder thing. Let me pull the top off and y'all can see that kind of food. Here's the feed. Basically for the feed, I don't know what you feed a fish. I was just gonna feed them dog food, but apparently Tractor Supply has legit fish food. And I don't know, maybe it's good for them. I know they like it because they're sitting here waiting on it. And the good thing about the bottom of this is that it's actually a directional feeder, which makes it work the way it does. If you just had a normal feeder, then half your feed would go over here. But directional means it only comes out of this hole right here. So it literally throws it right out here. And I got one little piece. I'm gonna toss it in, see if.
Minnows. Look at that bluegill.
I think that bluegill just ate it. Here, let's do a small handful.
Look at that big old bass.
Dang. Here's a few pellets. I'm gonna toss them right there. All the minnows are all over it. I think the bluegill are kind of scared of it, but the minnows are all over it. We've had this feeder. I didn't actually ever tell you guys about it. I don't know why, but you can see how much feed it's thrown out. It's thrown out about 10 pounds.
What is that yellow, orange looking minnow? You see?
Oh, that is weird. The little albino, the little albino looking minnow.
Did you see that bluegill just jump right there?
No. Here, let's do this. All right, I'm gonna throw a handful right out there. We don't want to be feeding them too much before the feeding frenzy, but.
Throw them right there.
All right, let's see what they do. Oh, dude. Oh, dude.
Did you see that?
The catfish. Dude, this is good. This is good. We're here at the perfect time too. They're waiting to eat. They're waiting to eat. What's crazy is that we only put like 25 catfish total in here, and a lot of them has already. Look at that.
There's like 30 catfish like right there.
Well, that's crazy. The catfish have really figured it out. Wow.
I say we throw either the pellets or the bread right there.
I say we probably do that too. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is going to be real cool. How about this? We got the feeder, everything's good. Let's just leave this how it is. We got it turned off, so they're not going to be fed until we want them to. Let's go over there, find those cane poles, and let's build the GoPro stick. Because the GoPro stick is how we're going to be getting this underwater footage.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. That all happened really fast.
At least we know the catfish are biting.
I know. With your worms, I think it's going to be pretty easy to catch a catfish.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be hard. Especially with them looking for food like that. Hop on in the other side and we'll go find us some cane poles. We parked Jackson on a hill.
Yeah.
He had a hard time getting in here. It's 7:57, so we turned off the feeder just in time for them not to get fed. Give us an update. What's happening? What are we doing?
Backing up.
All right, that's true. But what do we do? What's our objective?
Get cane pole.
That's true. All right, you got it. Jackson's 2 for 2 once again. Hitting us with straight facts all day. Hit us with another straight fact. What are you thinking?
Fish are wet.
Oh, I like that. That was good. Most of the bluegill seem to be 3.5 inches, which is double what they was when we stocked them. But that's why this is important, because looking in the water, everything looks different. So we're gonna pull them out and actually get a real measurement on them. This will be a good 2-month measurement. I will say, the catfish look like they've grown a ton. And I kind of do feel like they might be 10, 12 inches.
You wanna know something?
What?
You wanna know why fish don't bite in the rain?
Why?
Because they're afraid to get wet.
I don't know about that one. Now the cane poles aren't growing directly on the pond bank, but they are just right down here at the creek. We do gotta grab a machete though, because they ain't gonna cut themselves. Actually, I don't need a machete. I got this. This will definitely do what we need it to do. We gotta go way down there next to the creek. Hopefully we don't get bit by a snake on the way there. Crocs are not snake proof. Where's the cane? There's the cane poles. Keep losing them.
It's your own farm.
I know. I should know where the cane poles are. Should have that locked in. I think we're pretty well here now. See them over there? That's the cane poles we're looking for. Pretty much look for a long one. Maybe even one that's a little bit dead. They're right over there on the other side of the creek. But we still got to get to the other side of the creek first to get them. If we could just get over there, we could get the cane poles. Well, we just got to cross this creek first.
I'll stay right here.
Oh, you saying on this side?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
So I don't want to get, because I can't jump over that. You got longer legs.
All right, I'll try.
And maybe he'll find us a big old cane pole.
Or a snake.
Yeah,
Which one would you rather me come back with, a cane pole or a snake?
both.
Oh, okay.
Have a snake in one hand and cane pole in the other.
Oh, gosh.
And the KG pocket knife.
Strong.
What about that one that's leaning over right there?
This one?
No, right there.
Which one? This one?
Yellow looking
Yellow?
one.
This one?
That one over there.
This one?
Yeah.
I didn't hear a cane pole.
It
It's
is.
just a tree. Oh, God. Oh. Oh. All right, I'm going to cut this one right here. It looks good.
That was easy.
This one's good. This one should be real good.
With the biggest cane pole he could find.
Oh, gosh. Oh, trees and app.
He got snake bit.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dying.
Yeah, he's dying.
Send help. All right, we're good.
Don't actually send help.
No, don't send help. We won't be here. All right, this might work. So, here's the cane pole. It's pretty good. I'm gonna grab the knife and shred some of this other stuff off here because we don't need that. Game plan's pretty simple. I'm gonna break it right here. Anyways, what I've been trying to say. Cane pole, GoPro, sticking it on the end, and then we can like put it down in the water really deep. And there we go. We got a clean cane pole, which we can use as a camera stick or as a fishing pole. Let's go get it. Ready?
Go. Are we gonna find that?
Yeah, we gotta go find it.
Go get it.
I don't know where it went.
It's like right in there.
All right, you go get it.
No.
Okay. Here it is.
Yeah. There he goes. He found it. I'm walking behind him so I don't get snake bit.
But they say the person in second is the one that get bit, because I gotta wake it up.
No.
Alright, we're out.
We're out. We're rolling.
Alright, let's build the thing over here.
Yeah. I'm coming around.
Alright, let me see. Alright, so here's the plan. The plan is to figure out how to attach this, which is a GoPro mount. Oh, look here. That didn't take long, did it?
What is it?
A tick. Can they see it?
Where?
I dropped it.
I'll make sure I don't got no ticks.
Alright, so the plan, here's a GoPro mount. Our plan is to simply figure out how to put this onto the stick, and hopefully that should be good.
Got a screw?
No, I don't have a screw. Do you know what I do got?
What?
Duct tape. I think I have duct tape. I might not actually have duct tape. I need a zip tie, but I don't think I have a zip tie.
Looking in the KG backpack.
That's right, KG security backpack. Ain't no zip tie in there. Why do I not have zip ties? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Zip ties are essential to life. Let me see if I got something up here.
Should came prepared. You're holding the gun right at you.
Not completely. Dude, what is this? It's a painted rock. Sounds like I need to clean this thing out. I don't even know what I have.
Yeah.
A lot of napkins though.
Probably from McDonald's.
I ain't even ate my biscuit yet.
You still gotta eat that.
I know, I might just do it right now. We're gonna take a little mental break. I don't know where a zip tie is, but I do know where my McGriddle is. So, you know, we're gonna be hitting that right now. Check it out. Sausage, egg, cheese McGriddle. Something light, nothing heavy. That's pretty good. But we're not done yet. But we are right now. We'll catch you guys in about 5 minutes. All right, guys. The McGriddle was busted. Let's see, moment of truth.
Your second backpack.
My other backpack. All right, we got toilet paper and garbage bags and duct tape.
And hopefully we can get some underwater footage.
Oh, we're definitely getting some underwater footage. Hopefully our GoPro doesn't fall off. That's a good question.
Is Gorilla Tape waterproof? That's the question.
Are we going to find out? Yes. Yes, we are. Honestly, I think that's on there pretty good. So we'll throw it in the bag. Now let's head on it back up to the pond. It's just right over there. We'll head up there and I guess we start getting underwater footage and then we start fishing.
Yeah. Fishing is the better part.
Yeah, fishing's good.
I wonder what would happen if you killed a squirrel with 243.
Probably blow it up. Luckily, we went and turned off the feeder, because if not, then it would have already went off and all the fish wouldn't really be that hungry anymore. Good news, they're waiting for food. We'll let the feeder go off, but we'll see how much footage we can get first. Ooh, I'm about wrecked, probably.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Come back after wrecking.
Oh gosh. All right, we're almost there.
I see the feeder.
I do too, right over there on Graveyard Point.
Mine came and snatched some food.
Oh gosh, I about wrecked us. We're still good. All right, you grab your worms and we'll try to grab everything.
Yeah.
But we're gonna need those worms because we're using them right here, right now. All right, what else do we need? We might have to make a couple trips. We're definitely gonna need this basket. We're gonna need the GoPro stick. We're gonna need all the fishing stuff. I'll give you some stuff. Let's see, you got your worms. You take that basket. I'll let you take the bread and the hog supplies. I'll grab the fishing pole, the GoPro, tackle box, and the GoPro stick. That should be everything except the cooking stuff, but that comes a little bit later. Here's the GoPro stick. This is officially the first fishing trip of the new pond ever. And hopefully we're gonna catch some for the first time ever. It should be good, should be easy. Should be about as easy as it gets because these fish have never seen a hook before, which is actually kind of crazy. I'd say let's just put all of our stuff right here on the trespassers and then we'll be on our way. There we go.
Set the hog supplies.
Hog supplies.
Worms.
Bread. Here you go. Oh, tackle box. I'm going to show you what's in that. Jackson asked what was in that. I'm going to show you right now. Basically, if KG's going fishing, especially for bluegill, this is what he's taking. Boom. All right, first thing we got, some whopper bait. Just some catfish bait if I do be catfishing. I got the pink dots. You already know. Today I actually have brown dots. And I think these might be a little bit better since they're feeding off the feeder. Then I've always got my pliers, a fish gorger, a bunch of different grubs of sizes, really small ones. This might be what it takes to catch one of those bass. A few extra hooks, some bobbers, and then this, just in case our hands get a little nasty. So I'm pretty prepared, I feel like. But before we do any fishing, we're gonna be moving on to the underwater footage. So I'm gonna take the GoPro off of my chest thing, and we're gonna be putting it on the GoPro stick. GoPro stick needs a name. What are you thinking?
Jerry.
All right, Jerry. We're putting Jerry down deep. There's a lot of scenarios we can start using Jerry, though. Anytime that we're fishing in a creek or something, I say we take Jerry and we just throw him in the creek. Let's stick it in the water.
All right.
Oh, I'm going down.
Kendall's going down. GoPro on?
GoPro is not on yet. I'm going to sit right here. You stand back a little bit. Take a step back on that other rock.
Right here?
Yeah, that way it can see me. All right, ready?
3, 2, 1.
GoPro is on. We're officially putting it in the water for the first time. These fish have, I wonder.
There's a bass right there.
Oh, there is. All right, GoPro is underwater, and hopefully it is seeing the fish right now. A lot of bluegill and a bass. They got spooked a little bit right there.
That's a big old bass.
I'm just going to let the GoPro sit here. I'm sure they're going to come up and try to investigate it. Some of those bluegill are, I think the coolest part about this is just how many there are. They're really schooling up pretty good.
You should throw some food out there, see what happens.
That's a good idea. We'll do that right here in a second. There's a bass right here. Let's see if I can get some cool footage of it. There's even a catfish.
There is?
Yeah, there was a catfish. I'm pushing it through the water towards them. I'm going to see if they get scared of it, though.
Leave it right there while we fish.
All right, so I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to grab some dog food. I'm going to toss in right on them. All right, ready?
Yeah.
See how long it takes for them to get on that. Oh, yeah, now they're hitting it.
There's a catfish.
There's the catfish, too. A little bit of everything.
There was a big old catfish right there.
This underwater footage is sick.
Look at that big old catfish.
I know. We're about to catch one of them right here in just a second. Now we got all the minnows in front of it.
Maybe even a bass.
Oh, dude, I seen some big fish under there.
Yeah, those were big.
Dude, you know what the next step is?
What?
It's going from GoPro to just straight up scuba diving. All right, next.
I see catfish swimming off. It's still eating.
We still got a lot of bluegill down there. And the bass and the catfish, too. Well, the question is, we want to try to catch one of everything, plus some big bluegill. So what do you think we try to catch first? Maybe a bass?
Yeah, bass.
Maybe a bass.
Bass usually don't bite like midday.
Yeah, so we better catch them early.
Yeah.
All right, because since bluegill is what we're going to be ending on, I guess, too.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm actually using the same GoPro for the fishing, so I'm going to go ahead and take this thing off. Feeling for the first ever underwater footage of the pond.
Pretty good.
That was pretty good. I don't know, the bass might be kind of hard to catch. I don't think the bass are going to be easy. I know that.
I say be able to catch a bass at least. Because they're eating those minnows over there.
If those bass are eating those minnows, I think I got the perfect bait for them.
Here goes the chest cam.
Oh, I'm about to die, it looks like.
Yeah.
Can't stand up. All right, guys, we're switching you to the GoPro. All right, here we are. Now, right now, I don't know if y'all seen it too good, but I just got a little bitty jig head rigged up. This is good for bluegill, catfish, a little bit of everything, but It's gonna be really good for bass because I got the perfect thing to put on it. Hold that real quick, just a little bit. Here's the hook we're using. And then I think I'm gonna go with the black, with a tiny black.
Is this braid?
It is braid. I'm gonna be using one of these tiny little things. It's a 1-inch grub, super tiny, and we might even be able to catch a bluegill on these too if it's a big one. But I feel like if I can see a bass and throw this right in front of him, especially with him never really seeing a lure before, I feel like there's a good chance we might be able to get him. I'm gonna see if I can catch us a bass, then we're gonna let you catch the catfish and bluegill. First, I gotta find a bass though. That's probably gonna be the hardest part. I wanna see if I can find a bass and just set this right in front of him. Oh, there's a bass right there. I got a bite.
You did?
From a bluegill, but not the bass. I'm gonna move spots. Instead of over here where
There's
the...
a big old bass right
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in on him. Oh, is this gonna work?
He looked at it. He's coming. He's coming.
Oh, he thought about it. He thought about it. I'll give him another chance. No way, we got a bass. We got the bass. Oh, we got the bass. That worked out perfectly. That worked out perfectly. All right, now we gotta get the hog supplies. Oh, no, we gotta catch this guy first. Can't forget about that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy up.
He's big.
Yeah, he is.
He's fat.
That's the first fish out of the pond, and it's a bass. Well, that worked out perfectly. Barely hooked him, too. Almost didn't even get him. Look at that. Dude, these things were tiny when we first stocked them. Now we're out here catching them like this.
Imagine how they are in a year.
I know, in a year, these guys will be big. And this guy's fat, too. His belly's pooched out.
That might be the PB.
This is the PB of the pond right now. This could be the biggest fish ever, though.
Yeah.
Could be a world record.
Yep.
Probably not. Can you open up the hog supplies and pull out the little measuring thing? Also called a tape measure. All right, there should be a tape measure somewhere in there. Should be like a round, that's it, yeah. All right, I'm gonna hold it, I'm gonna stretch out the fish and you measure him. All right, I'm gonna stretch him out right here. All right, we're gonna start right here a little bit more. How long is he? No! Here, turn the tape measure over.
On the inches.
Yeah, on the inches. Centimeters ain't gonna do us no good.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I'm gonna hold this guy tight. All right. Start it at the 0.
9 inches.
9 inches, pinch the tail. 9.5-inch bass. And they started off as like 3.5. So this dude's grown quite a bit.
They got that. It's bigger than what we guessed.
This is the bass. We didn't even guess bass. We didn't even think we was gonna be catching a bass. But we're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna get this guy right back in the water because we do not want this guy to have a harder life than he needs to. All right, there he goes.
Except the bluegill that we're eating.
There he goes. He looks like he lost a few scales from the tombstone, but hey, that's a pretty good catch. He went away. He's alive. He's doing good. I'd call that a job well done. Well, we got pretty good news. What it's come down to is we've already completed objective number 1, which was get underwater footage of the fish. We've completed 1/3 of objective number 2, which is get stats and an update on their size, which for the bass, 2 months in, 9.5 inches. We've still got to get the catfish, still got to get the bluegill. And then objective number 3 is to actually cook one of the bluegill to make sure it tastes good.
That's triple the size that you got them.
Yeah, it's not been that long either. And I think a big part of it is definitely all those little minnows. Because those minnows is the perfect, easy size for these bass to eat.
If you give it like a few more months, they'll be big.
By the end of the year,
Yeah.
they'll probably be 12 inches easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea, but that's what I'm thinking.
More.
Well, you know what it is? You know what time it is now?
What?
Your turn.
Are we gonna go catfish? We're going catfish bluegill next.
We're either going catfish or bluegill. That's a good question. Let's actually throw them out a piece of bread and see how they react to it.
Yeah.
Because they may like the bread, they may not at all. And if they don't like the bread, we'll have to either use your worms or the little dots. All right, let's see how they like a piece of bread. I don't think they've ever seen bread before, though.
Oh, they're coming after it.
Here you go. You throw the rest of it. I'll grab the phone.
They're staring at it, but they ain't eating it.
I guess they just don't understand it yet. I mean, they've never eaten bread before, so I guess it's normal.
The minnows are eating the bread.
Ball it up really tight.
See if it sinks.
Yeah, see if you can get it to sink. If you can get it to sink, I think it's 100% they're going to eat it.
There's a baby catfish.
Throw it.
That's a baby bluegill.
Yeah, see, as soon as it starts sinking, they understand it more.
Yeah.
Throw the whole piece in and see what they do.
Want me ball with it?
Maybe just throw it just like that and let it float around.
There's a big old cat. There's 2 big old catfish right there.
I'd say they'll start nibbling on that pretty quick. I'd say it's not going to take them long to figure that out.
You want to use bread or no?
I feel like our best bet to catch these catfish.
It's probably the green worms.
Maybe. Let's try it.
All right.
All right, go ahead and pull us out a green worm and ball it up on that tiny little hook the best you can.
All right.
How are you going to do the green worms? And let's take a closer look at them. We didn't really get a good look at them this morning. Oh, man. Wait, don't grab them yet. Don't they, like, stink really bad?
Yes.
How you going to hook them and...
Smell them.
I ain't smelling them. You got that.
Let me tell you how I don't smell them.
How? That's how you do it?
Mm-hmm. Smell my deodorant that I put on.
We'll toss that out a little bit deeper water than we usually would. And we'll see if maybe we can catch the bigger fish. Because maybe the bigger fish will be lower down. I have no idea. Deeper, I guess.
I could barely breathe in this.
You're probably about to suffocate, so
Yeah.
if you pass out.
But it was my idea.
Yeah. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Me coming in clutch.
Dude, that looks real good. I don't think it's going to take very long at all to catch that thing.
Yeah.
Just don't hook me on the way over there.
Oh,
And don't trip on a rock either. That'd be bad. Tripping in these rocks, if you get your foot like stuck down in there and then you fall forward, definitely snap your ankle. These rocks are low-key kind of dangerous, but not
Where do
really.
you want me to throw it at?
1 second. Let me find a good spot to stand. Also,
There's like big catfish and big old bass like right over there.
I would say throw it out deeper water. Like throw it out pretty far out there. Like not far, maybe like, not like that. 'Cause that went 0.
Yeah, that went 0.
Yeah.
I've never fished with braid. Well, if we can get it go.
I would say that's a perfect spot. I would say definitely just let it sink and don't do anything. And then something's going to take it and pull it.
They're looking at the line like crazy.
I think if you just leave it right... Oh, that a fish?
Yeah.
Had one. Let's let it sink again. Let's see if it takes it again. Is that it? Reel it, reel it, reel it. Oh, no way. You got a catfish. That worked perfectly.
Watch out.
All right, all right. Where are you taking it? Where are you taking it?
Over here where you pulled the bass.
All right. Dude, that worked perfectly. Dude, the bass took about 10 seconds to catch. That thing took about 10 seconds to catch. All right, you want to trade me or you got him?
I got him.
All right, you got him. Just bring him on up and...
That's a channel.
Yeah,
it's fat.
Yeah, it's fat. It's been eating fish food. You know how to take him off good or what?
No.
Oh, okay, trade me. All right, we'll do this. We'll do with this guy the same thing we did with the bass. I'll hold him down. These guys you gotta watch out for because their fins are sharp.
They have pokey stuff.
Yeah, their fins are like a razor when they're young.
Those might be 10 inches actually.
All right, hold it more level. And more that way. And higher up. Here, let me see it real quick. Hold it right here. Yeah, just like that. Move your fingers out of the way. Hold it level. More level. Here, hold it right there. Hold it right there.
He gone. We're gonna have to catch another one, ain't we?
Yeah.
Do we still got worm left? That's the question. Do we still got worm? We still got worm. We got a little bit of worm left. See if they take it. That didn't actually take that long.
All right, guys. Well, if you've seen what just happened, I dropped the catfish. Kind of upset, low key. Let me see if I can catch a catfish now. I think that right there might actually do it. It's just a bread ball, but I think these catfish have a big enough mouth that they could actually get it.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Bluegill are eating it.
Catfish about to get it. Catfish is about to get it. Come on, catfish, get it. Catfish, get it. Come on, catfish, get it. Oh, man.
Did you
I
have
need
it?
that. No, the catfish wasn't quick enough. I bet if I can. I just really need to hit a catfish right on its head. The catfish was really close, but the catfish just didn't get it. The catfish even hit it a couple times, but just...
I use the green worm so the bread don't fall off.
Well, the bread's working pretty good though. I just need to find a catfish and almost give it to him. That way the bluegill can't eat it first.
Let it sink. Come on. Catfish, get it. Catfish, get it.
Get it, catfish. Get it, catfish. We're leaving it out deep so that hopefully only the catfish will see it. Catfish, come on.
You had a bluegill.
I know. Not a catfish though. Dang.
There was a catfish right there with the bluegill.
There's a catfish. All right, we got one. We're gonna bring him over. We're gonna do just like we did with my first one. We're not gonna waste any time. We're just gonna take it straight and make sure we... All right, bringing it straight up. I'm gonna get him off the hook and we're gonna measure him.
That looks like the same one.
Yeah, they all look the same. They're all the same size right now. All right, we're gonna measure this guy, and I'm not even gonna lay him down because I don't want him to flop into one of those holes and never make it out. All right, you go ahead and measure it. My guess was 8 inches. Yours was 9. What was your guess?
10, 12.
No, your guess was...
That's 10 and a half.
He's 10 and a half inches. Not bad for some baby bluegill. Whenever they're really young, not only are their fins really sharp, but they're also serrated on the back side, so he can actually cut you, not just poke you. I'm gonna let this guy go real easy. Yeah, the smaller ones are way scarier than the bigger ones. And I will say, that worked out pretty good. Oh, look, I'm already bleeding. I'd say if we can just get measurements on all of them, we'll be fine.
Bluegill time.
It is indeed bluegill time. And I'm gonna say, let's pull out my secret weapon.
The brown.
The brown dots that look just like the food they've been eating. This is almost a cheat code. I will say that. All right, Jackson, here's the rod. I'll go ahead and get the tape measure because we're probably going to catch a bunch of them. This is where we're going to be storing the bluegill as like storage. Let's see if you can step on that rock.
That'd be good.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and put this dude right down here. And that should be pretty good for whenever we catch him. We can just set it in there and he won't be able to get out. Hooking you up with a little dot. I'm expecting this to take all of about...
a second.
Yeah, about 1 second to catch the first fish.
There,
so
I got that right there where they are.
Go ahead and just throw that thing in. I'm really not expecting it to take long. But you better get ready because it's... All right, he's already got it. Go ahead and reel him in. Yeah, that didn't take long at all. First bluegill. Not bad at all. We'll go ahead and get the measuring thing out. May not even take this guy off the hook. Nah, we will.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you do the measuring real quick. These guys started off about 1.5 to 2 inches. Now it seems like they're definitely bigger.
That's centimeters.
Yep, so do the inches. Starting there. Already 4.5 inches. Now this guy is not big enough to eat. We're not even gonna really act like he is big enough to eat. So I'm just gonna push him right back and let him go. If this guy was about 1 inch longer and a lot thicker, maybe he would be, but right now, this guy's just not really big enough. But we'll throw him back and let him join the 100 of his brothers.
There's this.
All right, I'll take this and then hand me your hook and I'll rebait you real quick.
I'd say the hook's having the most fun right now.
The hook's having a lot of fun. A lot of action.
Yeah.
I would say throw it out there as far as you can, honestly. And then I'd just let it sink and get ready, because as soon as one picks it up, we want to reel it in. One got it yet? Not yet. Whenever he picks it up, you'll know it. All right, there you go. He's got it. No, he had it. Looks like, yeah, it looks like they got your bait.
Yeah.
I'll just keep it ready.
Maybe we'll catch one big enough to eat.
I know. If we don't catch one big, then we may really not get to eat it. Just throw it in there.
We'll go to KFC.
Yeah. If we don't catch one big enough to eat, we're just going to KFC. But we know it's in here. We know they're big. All right, go ahead. You already got one. Oh, you had one. All right, now you got. Oh, now you have one. There you got one. I don't think this guy's big enough either.
That looks like the same one.
I mean, pretty close. Hand it over here. I'll get a real quick measurement. Super quick measurement. All right, I can't see for sure, but I think he was very similar. I think 4.5 inches.
We gotta catch a one big enough to eat.
We gotta catch one big enough to eat. That's the objective. We've officially completed objective 2 though, because objective 2 was to catch one of each fish and then get a size measurement just to see how much they've grown. It seems like the bass, well, I'll go ahead and let Jackson be fishing, then I'll talk to you. Overall, what we've seen, oh, you've already got one? Yeah. It looks about the same. I'd say just take him off and toss him back in. What it's looking like, the bluegill started off about 2 inches. Now they're about 4.5 inches. So they've almost doubled in size. The catfish started off 3 inches. Now they're like 9.5 inches. Almost, no, they're 10 inches. So they grew like triple. Then the bass also started off about 3 inches. And they're about 9 inches, 9.5. So it seems like the big fish have tripled and the bluegill have doubled. But if you remember when we first walked to the pond, you'll remember these. Those are actually bluegill beds, which means the bluegill we put in here are already spawning and producing more bluegill. So although the bluegill's only grown double, they have reached maturity. Old enough to where they can actually spawn themselves, which is actually kind of crazy. And Jackson's already got another one. Well, maybe not.
Quick release.
Quick release. The question though is, if we're going to eat these, what do we have to do to get the big ones? That may be easier said than done, but we know they're in here. I just don't exactly know where they're at. I think the biggest problem for us right now, I feel like we know if we sling into that, right into that area, we've already seen the fish we're going to catch, and it's about 104-inch fish. So maybe we just got to throw it somewhere different and hope that bigger fish are. Maybe try casting it straight out that way and maybe let it sink all the way to the bottom. Yeah, maybe right there there'll be a bigger fish. I don't know. I'm not really sure where the bigger bluegill go. I feel like sometimes the bigger bluegill go to the bottom, but I don't know about this pond because never actually fished this pond. We're getting a ton of deer tracks through here, so that's always good. The deer tracks are a good sign that it's not just the fish that's using the pond. We're also getting some of the animals to use the pond. And I bet that if we looked closer, we'd probably find raccoon, coyote, possum, maybe even a bear, because we did actually have a bear walk straight through here the other day. And it's just on that side of the pond that we actually got a camera set up, and we see deer literally all the time on it. Like, here's some of the footage. We're getting pictures and videos of deer just used in the pond all the time. Over here on these rocks, I'm seeing a ton of minnows, but just straight off, I'm not really seeing that many bluegill. I'm not actually seeing any bluegill. But the one reason why we could be seeing so many bluegill over there is simply because we're feeding them. I mean, the feeder, out of all the things we did to the pond, the feeder has made the most difference just because it's congregated all the fish right there together and they're looking to eat. So they're ready. All the way over here though. You caught one on a bear hook? Is he any bigger? About the same size?
He's a little bigger.
Oh, okay.
You better stop flopping so I can get you off this hook and get you back in the water.
All right, trade me. I'm gonna see if I can catch one.
There's that.
All right, and here's that.
There's a bunch of pellets in the feeder. Kendall hooking his hook up.
I'm about to pull one up right now.
I've already caught about 5 of them.
I'm gonna drop it down straight right here. I'm gonna pull one up. Ready?
Yep. Go.
Can it see me good?
Yep. Has one.
And this one might be big enough to eat.
See, did he swim away?
Yeah, he swam away.
But there's no way out of there, is there?
There is for that hole. All right, let me see if I can get one more. Here, you gotta hold. You're holding the phone sideways.
Right there.
Yeah, there you go. Jackson be holding the phone like this, sideways for everybody. I mean, we put that other one down deep, and that's where that bigger bluegill came from. They're there. They're here. We just got to get it in front of them. They are right here, though.
That's not big enough.
No, this one's not big enough. It's a good bluegill, though.
We might not eat the first fish today.
We may not.
We might have to go to KFC.
Would you rather have KFC or bluegill?
Bluegill.
All right, we're gonna keep trying then.
But if
We
we,
know they're in here. We only got to get lucky once.
but if we don't catch one for lunch, we might have to go KFC. Oh, we're catching small ones.
So far, well, that one was bigger. He just got through the cracks. See, that's another good one. That might be the one.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
That one's just pulling hard.
We're doing a quick release, though. I do think it's only a matter, it's definitely just a matter of time, especially with us feeding them. I don't think it'll take very long at all, but just not yet.
Getting a bite.
Yep.
Let's see if we can catch another catfish.
Got one. But once again, this guy's even smaller. He is fat, though.
Yeah.
Take a look at his belly.
Well,
He's fat.
that means they're eating.
Means they're eating pretty good. This guy had another one of the dots in his mouth. This guy will not stop flopping.
I think we found who is taking your bait.
Definitely that guy.
Drop it down like right here. Drop it down right here.
All right, we'll drop it down right here. Can the phone see me or no?
Yeah. Something took it. It's biting it.
Oh, he took my bait.
That was
Quick
something
too.
big. It was big. I wonder if we
Crazy.
got any turtles in here yet.
I don't know, I hope not. As soon as we do get turtles, though, we got to take them out. So if you see one floating up, let me know. We got to get him.
Shoot them. Might eat turtle.
It's going to be my last try. Then we'll let you try a little bit more.
The bass was the first fish caught here.
That's true. Pretty good. Your video me. For a brand new pond, pretty good day of fishing.
Yeah.
Especially the way these fish have grown. It's crazy.
We're going to spend a lot of time here today. You
There's
got
a
one?
fish. I
That's a,
don't think he's big, though. He's not big. I didn't even get him in either, so. All right, I fished my fish. Now you see if you can get one.
I'll try a little piece of a green worm. See what happens there.
Try it. May catch them. I'm going to get down here and see if I can use this minnow basket and catch some of these little minnows. I might just be able to snag them. If we can. I thought I had one. I think he got away, though. Yeah, they're small. Nothing. Oh, I had one. It went through the cracks, though. Had another one. There's one. And then he goes through the cracks. So I think that's how it goes. What we caught today has been the biggest catfish there is, because there's only 25 of them. And as much as I really hate to say this, that one catfish that I dropped,
Probably the biggest catfish.
well, I think he went right down here in this hole. And I'm just not sure if that hole leads to open water. Let's just say we might only have 24 catfish in the pond now. But the good thing is, at least there's 24, and I know where to get more. I'm actually going to throw in these Christmas trees.
How far are you going to throw it?
I don't know. As far as I can, though. See, this is an old plastic Christmas tree. It's probably not going to last too long just because it's going to rust pretty bad. But I do think that the fish will like it while they can. See, all these little thistles and bristles. Ready?
Yeah.
Now, it may not look like much, but to a minnow, that's a pretty big deal.
There's still one thing sticking up.
It'll sink eventually. Same with this one. We're going to try to toss it out a little bit. Now, that's not too great. But like I said, to a minnow, that's a big deal. All right, I would say let's try one more time And then we're gonna turn on the feeder and just let the fish go crazy. On YouTube, this guy catches a fish with his bare hands, just reaches down and grabs it. And then, but look what shirt he's wearing.
KG.
He's wearing the KG shirt. I had like 3 people send this to me, which is a lot for me. So whoever you are in the video, figure out a way to get up with me, because I need to send you another shirt. Because why not? So also what that means is if any of you guys are about to go out there and do anything epic and post it on YouTube, wear your KG shirt when you do it. That way people will show it to me and I can find you. Did you see that before I showed it to you? Oh, wow. All right, Terry, get over here. Actually, before you put your rod down there, let me put the GoPro stick right there because we should at least catch some of these bluegill on camera eating your thing. This could be real cool. Yeah, I can smell those green worms now. They stink bad. Yeah.
Whoa.
All right, Jackson, and my rod is in the water.
I didn't fall. Yes. That fly won't stop bothering me.
Did the fly push you in?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that the fly that pushed you in?
Yeah.
The big horse fly or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should work out pretty good. Just straight in front of the GoPro. Right out like a foot in front of it. Right there. Just leave it. Right there. Leave it. Yeah, leave it. Just right there. Higher up. Oh. Jackson, I think that's about as good as we're going to get.
Yeah.
Hopefully Jerry got some good footage. But now it's time for the feeding frenzy. And we are going to leave Jerry out there too. We're gonna go ahead and put the battery back on it. And then we're gonna let it shoot out. I'll show you guys not only how the fish react, but how the feeder works and all that good stuff. And it's gonna start spewing out in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's pretty cool. Now a bunch of fish, I'd say, is gonna start coming up. We're already seeing a bunch of the underwater minnows, and it's just a matter of time before the catfish find it and the bluegill start finding it too.
There's the bluegill.
Yeah, but the bluegill already out there. It's pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, we got some bluegill in there. The catfish will start coming up pretty soon.
There's catfish.
Are they already there?
Yeah, I saw one come up.
That's good.
Jerry's doing all the work over there.
Jerry's doing exquisite work. And that's usually how it goes. It actually, so what I got it set to is I actually got it set off to go twice a day for I think 6 seconds each. So that's pretty much that much food twice a day. And that's why those fish are getting so trained. Pretty good. And for a pond, I think it's a really good deal because, well, as you've seen, it made those fish really easy to catch and it made them big too. I don't think they're going to be as aggressive in the feeding frenzy right now, just where we came out here and actually caught some.
We didn't catch one big enough to eat.
Didn't catch one big enough to eat, but it seems like it's just a little bit too early to eat these fish. They've still got to get a little bit bigger, and that is only a matter of time.
Do you know where that means we're heading to?
We're going to KFC. Click over here if you want to see the original video where we stocked this pond with all the tiny fish, or right over here for whenever we stocked another pond by going out and catching some bluegill and transporting them all the way back.
What's up, Gray Gang? I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. I know Kendall Gray does so much to get these out for all of us. #Gray Gang, #Jesus. See ya.